Hello and welcome back to this episode of VFX Artists React to Grad and Bait. There you go. Sure, why not? No, wait. I remember now. We were gonna do this is the first animated episode of Notice Me Senpai.
Okay.
The first drawn episode, hand animated, as it were.
Well, I'm glad you're doing this one then, Joey.
Wait, excuse me? No, that was, hang on. That was sprung on me that one time, and...
Wait, you chose to do that.
You brought it on yourself.
No, I didn't, I didn't bring it on, no, I refuse. Okay, welcome to the first episode of automatically animated Arbiters. I mean, Notice Me, this is a fucking shit show. Xenogalion, a good stylistic choice for animation is one that contributes or makes a statement about the storytelling of an anime. What else does a stylistic choice for animation need to do for you in order for you to appreciate it and enjoy it?
You fucking look this up on Google. You can see it. You don't talk like this.
I'm tired, and I wrote this while I was having a very interesting poop. So I was in like a transcendent state of mind.
You have a transcendent poop. Got it right. Okay. Transcendent potty experience. Anyway, I think that one thing that is super important when it comes to the stylistic choices of the anime is that they capture the subtle nuances of life, like the weird twitch, like when someone does something and it makes someone bashful, like the way that they sort of like shiver. It's just the real subtle nuances of life, and this is not experienced at all whatsoever by the second episode of My Dress Up Darling. I don't know what you're talking about. So yes.
Is that a stylistic choice?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. You're clearly an expert.
All right, Xeno, what's your personal animation pet peeve? The thing that will ruin or at least sour your view of a show, even if every other aspect of the animation is fine. Like whether it be like unnatural character movement, or like still images with mouths flapping, or characters not staying on model, or like random CGI that doesn't fit, or whatever else.
I mean, to be fair, you've kind of hit the nail on everything that a Devilman Crybaby did wrong.
But what's the worst one for you? The one that really sets you off?
I mean, oh my fucking god! It's like the way body proportions do not stay uniform. It's like at 1 second the main character has the world's smallest chin, and then the next second the main character has Peter Griffin's testicles for a chin. It's just like. Come on, consistency. I mean, you're not even fucking cell shading it. It can't be that hard to maintain.
I told you guys he was going to talk about Devilman Crybaby.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, you went for the dodgy animation. It was gonna come up.
I know. I'm just saying. I know you.
Okay.
My heart and your heart are the same heart now.
The main character's chin was so deformed. It was bigger than crayon-drawn Shin-chan's ass.
Let's talk action scenes. Which is worse? Action scenes that cause anatomy disconfiguration, like just mentioned, or actual scenes of minimal effort, clean imagery, but lack of actual movement, or even just a colorful background with a character portrait?
I mean, I feel I have to be careful here, because I feel that Notice Me Senpai is nothing but character profile pictures with minimal effort.
We are the worst anime. It turns out.
No, I'm gonna do you one better. The worst is reused footage. Right?
Oh god. Ew.
The worst is when you have so sometimes I can have that disconnect where you have the reused footage and it's also I realize I have to be careful with the whole the profile picture thing, only because of JoJo. That's like 90% of JoJo. But anyway, the reused footage thing, it is so frustrating when not only is the footage reused from episode to episode, but within the same one episode, where it's like 3 cuts later, and it's the same footage again. I'm like, wait, did you really just do that again? Really? I'm like, if it's for comedic effect, if it's for like, you know, we're sort of like Tom and Jerry, like from the 90s, or we're Spider-Man from the 90s, or like, you know, like for that sort of thing, that's fine, right? And again, Tekkaman Blade, oh god, that reused so much footage so frequently. That's fine. But when it's like now, and the fucking animation is cheap as fuck as it is, and no reuse footage. Reuse footage, bad. At least don't do it in the same episode. Bad.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Look at me. Now look at this video. Now back to me. I am not a YouTube video, but you can help make YouTube videos. Where are you now? You're at Patreon, contributing as little as $1 to create quality content. Look down. What's in your hand? It's early access to CombiCast and other great benefits. Anything is possible when you become a patron. I am on a K-Drive.
All right, here we go. So there's a trend recently of long-running series implementing 3D animation as a way of cutting corners or minimizing their animation budget, speaking of cheap animation. And honestly, I feel like that's giving CG in anime a bad name. It's kind of leading us to this point where as soon as somebody sees 3D animation in an anime, they'll be like, that's bad! How can CG be used in new and upcoming anime to undo that damage?
Okay. I've put time and effort into thinking about this. So the important thing is that when it comes to animating, if you are animating your hand-drawn characters on 2s, you need to animate your CGI characters on 2s, not on 1s, because it looks so out of fucking place when you've got a character running down the street on 2s, but everyone else is walking smoothly on 1s. It's just wrong. It's just fucking wrong and dumb, right? Also, stop copy pasta, right? You can't copy pasta. Oh, well, this is the same guy as the one just next to him, but instead of having a dark brown jacket, he has a light brown jacket.
Overlord.
Yep.
Hey, like, check out this army. It's all moving perfectly in unison and all perfectly.
It's insane, right? How many people like animate stuff where everything's in unison? It's like, people do realize people do not move this uniformly, right? I mean, yes, there are weird phenomena where people will clap in unison, but like, you need a massive crowd for that. And, you know, anyway.
All right. Okay. Inverse of a pet peeve. We're watching anime, so we all know that like there's some that we forgive. What aspect of that animation can you easily forgive as long as everything is okay? Everything else is okay.
I'm more than happy to forgive lazy backgrounds for action scenes. I can also forgive if the show is like super, oh my god, saturated, detailed, like just like JoJo, right? Mm-hmm. I'm happy to have long, crazy pauses because they put the effort into just change the lighting and things. They'll change the color palette. They'll shift the color palette around and things like that. And it just keeps the viewer on the toes. Unlike fucking how a realist rebuilt the kingdom, which is just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is like so goddamn lazily animated. It's untrue. So I'm happy for sloppy backgrounds when you've got high action, and I'm happy for long pauses as long as, you know, you're playing with the colors and the and it's crazy
they're
detail.
Worth it, yeah.
Yeah, it's worth it when that happens, right?
Gotcha. Okay, yeah.
And the weird poses.
All right, character scaling. Do you prefer the elongated body structures of the characters like in XXX Holic, or are you a chibi guy?
Oh my god! Oh my god! Why would you make me choose between these two?
It's got to be one or the other.
It's like, do you like the frying pan or do you like the fire? I'm like, oh, I don't like putting my hand in either of these two things. This is bad. I think I could tolerate chibi more.
More than Clamp.
Like, the weird thing is with Clamp, it's not just like elongated bodies. It's like they have longer legs and arms than the setting sun, and their torsos are like tiny. Like
90% legs for days.
yeah.
Does the sun have particularly long arms and legs?
Yeah, it does, but well, not as long as the clamp one. That's the important thing to take away. That's the important takeaway here, Joe. But like, I mean, most of clamp animation. I'm insulting so many people that doesn't watch this show. But the majority of clamp people. Sorry, no, clamp people. The majority of the clamp characters are designed in such a way that they're basically rejects from One Piece.
Yeah, I see what you mean. I don't know. For me, it's the really long hands and maybe the necks that are particularly off-putting sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, you get used to it after a bit.
And the
but...
tiny
Those
heads.
really, really long necks.
Oh god.
Yeah.
You like to clamp your chibi? Sorry.
No king shaming here.
Okay.
Okay, all right. I noticed that you're how do I put this? Walking on JoJo's eggshells a lot when it comes to describing animation. Is it possible that content matter aside, right? So like storytelling aside, JoJo is poorly animated?
Fuck off, right? Okay, fuck off, right?
Is that a possibility?
JoJo is amazing incarnate, right? There wouldn't be so many generations of JoJo. Look, Dragon Ball Z only has like 2 generations of characters. JoJo currently has a lot. I've lost count, but it has a lot of generations of characters. So clearly they know what the fuck they're doing. Right? They know how to animate the correct amount of animation. The correct amount.
Well, they certainly have the correct amount of story.
Bonus question. Name any other anime that can be made better by mimicking JoJo's style, all the things that JoJo does with animation that are like unique to JoJo.
You can't have all of it, but at least some of it. I mean, again, how the realist rebuilt the kingdom. Fucking X-Arm! Jesus Christ! Devilman Crybaby! Right? What you call it? Pretty much anything poorly animated could do leagues better if it just fucking copied JoJo. Even if people turn around and say like, yeah, but it's just copying JoJo. Trust me, it was worse before.
Speaking of things being better now, potentially, with a few exceptions these days, animation quality has been mostly like getting better and reaching new heights compared to like the old days of anime. What old show of like kind of subpar animation by today's standards would you most want to see a modern kind of revamp of with the kind of the best quality that we can offer these days?
You know what? There's a show that I thought I saw some scenes recently. And I thought, shit, this is not aged well. And that's Shakugan no Shana. I'm honestly like, I love Shakugan no Shana. The third season was a bit weird because they did a weird time jump. But like, I love Shakugan no Shana, and I was just so, wow, this is not aged well at all. It's in that weird space of time when they were trying new things with digital drawn stuff, and yeah. Shakugan no Shana, I'd like to see a redo of.
Nice choice, yeah.
I mean, alternatively, it was going to be Tekkaman Blade, but you know.
All right. Is it important that any food in any anime look good, or is it the detail you can live without?
What was the anime with the cabbage? Can anyone remember which anime it was with the cabbage and it was just a green sphere? I can't. Fuck, what was that show? Yes, no, food does need to look somewhat good. Because...
Somewhat like food?
Somewhat like food. Because
Monster Musume might be what you're thinking of.
Did that just have the green spherical cabbages?
Yeah.
It was just like, what the fuck is that?
It's just a giant pea.
It's an everlasting gobstopper. Lime flavored.
It was so confusing. What the fuck was this thing? Yes, food does need to be animated to some effect. I will, however, add the addendum that it doesn't need the after animation stuff that Food Wars would give it.
Doesn't need to be orgasmically well animated, is what you're saying.
Well, no. It could be orgasmically well animated. It's just the clothes don't need to come off of the characters, right?
Or do they?
You know, you could put more effort into animating the food or the eating of the food instead of the basic nudity.
Or the clothes do come off of the characters, but it's all very low quality animation, just specifically with the
It just turns into like crayon drawn shit.
Like the food looks delicious, but yeah,
It just turns into chibi characters and their clothes exploding.
But the food is like something you'd see out of JoJo. It's just so artistically detailed. It doesn't move or anything. And they draw like the steam lines on there, but the steam lines are static. Oh, best show idea. We are creating gold here. Do you reckon we could get a sponsorship with McDonald's?
All right, Xeno. So, what critically acclaimed anime could you not stand the animation style of, despite yourself? Don't say Devilman Crybaby. We've already been there.
Yeah,
or
that's fine.
JoJo. You can't. We've spent enough time on those two already.
I'm gonna quickly defer to my. Can I call a website? I want to quickly check my.
Check your anime list.
2,000 years later.
Oh God! Yes, Eureka 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? The animation.
I didn't like it at all. It looked weird. It looked so weird, bright and bubbly and shit. It's like, this is supposed to be dark, depressing times. But don't worry, we have a bright pink and white robot for everyone to fly. Oh, and surfing. And the weird fucking green waves coming off the surfboard in the wrong direction, but let's ignore that side. You know, because the surfboard goes on the water, not through the water. Well, I mean, depends if you're any good at it. But besides that,
Well, I feel personally attacked.
good.
So, which animation studios are you most and least excited about when you hear that they're working on a new show?
So I've got to say, this past season,
Yeah.
Cloverworks has really caught my attention with My Dress Up Darling, and I don't know, it's something about a sailor suit. I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips of it, and the animation looks really on point. Though last year, Cloverworks like really dropped the ball with some stuff, not because of their animation, but because of the direction that they took the anime. Then there's Mappa and Madhouse, who do absolutely fucking phenomenal stuff. I still argue that
always.
One Punch Man has been like so fucking the first season is so goddamn well animated, and then the second season they ruined it with like the weird boob shine on Saitama's head. I don't know why. So Mappa do some really good stuff. Like Dororo is amazing.
good.
Oh god, and Kyoto Animation again, so on point. Second season of Kobayashi Dragon Maid, some of the combat scenes and everything, just so fucking good. And to answer the one about what studios am I not excited about, I'm just gonna say Queen Bee and then leave it at that.
That's low hanging fruit.
Yeah, but I'm not wrong.
Well, I guess.
No comment.
Let's not implicate ourselves further. Anyway, moving on.
Xeno, why do you personally think that any and all Studio Ghibli animations are god tier?
Clearly, you've not seen his list.
Okay, in terms of animation, yes, they are, right?
Okay.
But on the other hand, no, honestly, like, from animation, I've got to say, Howl's Moving Castle, I can't... Even though I absolutely detest Spirited Away, it was so well animated.
I mean, they've got movie budgets, right? So
Yeah,
cheating
movie
on
budgets go a long, long way.
it. And Ghibli is just Ghibli, so
Yeah, it's like, honestly, the movie budgets like seriously help with any form of animation. Fuck, the animation fucking the end of Evangelion is actually really good as well. And I'm like, but I mean, still end of Evangelion. I mean, they can't make up for that.
I'm just really excited that you mentioned Evangelion or End of Evangelion in any kind of positive way. This is a first. This is legitimately a first.
Okay, I like it all apart from that one scene in the hospital.
You always say that, and then you go on to like shit on the rest of it for the next like 20 minutes.
No, in terms of animation.
Okay.
The plot's still garbage, but anyway. But yeah, no. Studio Ghibli, they're really on point when it comes to animation. Oh my god, Princess Mononoke. Oh, so fucking good. Oh.
Such a good one. Yeah.
Such a good one. Yeah. Studio Ghibli, they know how to fucking animate. Yeah.
They do. They really do.
I'd be scared to what the animation would look like if they had a TV series budget and they were actually producing a TV series, I'd be really scared. Like, oh yeah, everything's like 2 frames a minute, but it's the best 2 frames you've ever seen.
So they have done one anime series.
No way, really?
I've not heard of it though. Yeah, Ronya the Robber's Daughter.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna have to buy me some pizza if we want an outro.
So it's just
Okay, bye.
That's it. Fuck.